just made that up.
No.
I thought a eunuch had no weenus.
Who apparently ran their clinic under the online name The Eunuch Maker.
Online. Where is this advertised online?
Okay.
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace, yeah.
Craigslist.
They're not very creative, or they would have called it the Unicorns.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I would have gone with. But
Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. They would allegedly eat the discarded human testicles in the eastern part of the state. I think they're called
balls.
Kayamichi oysters.
Oh my God. Well, alrighty then.
Okay.
Didn't know there was a name for those.
Make sure.
I'm going to call them Oklahoma oysters.
I'm just saying, if you sit down at a restaurant in Oklahoma somewhere and they've got Kayamichi oysters on the menu,
Run.
If I got served that, I would whoop my ass before I left.
Bob and the Unicorns.
Chris be sitting there. You look so familiar.
No. That's the name of his brass band. Bob and the Eunuch Corns. Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you know what they said to him as he was falling asleep?
No.
In all fairness to Alan, what surgeon hasn't joked around with a patient, told them they're going to eat their body parts following a surgery?
Goddamn, I hope all of us.
None that I've ever had.
That's bedside manner 101. And the guy said, okay, slowly count backward from 10. Also, would you prefer we saute the gallbladder or toss it in the slow cooker?
Oh,
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
This man is... Why is the FBI not investigating these two?
y'all. I mean,
They are.
Three y'all killers.
They're in prison.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are
I
investigating
know
them.
this is serious, but this guy had it coming.
Okay, yeah, you-
Yeah, no, he's pretty dumb.
For real, he brought that on himself. But
Yeah, these guys are more than just friends.
Yeah, they're not just friends. They're a couple. Oh, God. Look at that face.
oh, he needs to have the beard back.
Yeah.
He looks... No. Scroll back down. No, up. No, the other up. Yeah, right there. That is one of the fucking guys from The Hobbit.
From Wizard of Oz.
No, from The Hobbit. When they went on the fucking thing to take back the little elf city. Or not elf, but...
I just imagine, because you know they're not suited up. They're not wearing masks. They're just
no,
like,
the little people.
all right,
not
now.
the hobbits, but the fucking
once
dwarf.
you're out, we gonna
the dwarf
saute
mountain
your
elf.
gallbladder, all right? All right.
Or would you prefer the slow cooker?
Sweet dreams.
Nighty-night, dumbass.
God.
I just... Could you imagine that being the... Well, seriously, what is it?
Yeah, remember when we went on a ride?
It's
I think
like
we
10,
were in...
It's like 10, 9, 8, you're out.
I think we were in...
And you got enough time to go, fuck.
Honestly, if this victim is typical of victims of this kind of thing, I feel
Yeah, they're
sorry
so
for, I feel
stupid they
sorry
kinda
for
deserve
serial
it.
killers. I mean, it's probably a challenge to find somebody that, is dumb as hell.
I don't know. I mean...
Remember when I think we were in Branson or something, and we went on the roller coaster, and as we're going, the guy does like that to scare us.
Oh, like he forgot something?
Yeah, like he
No.
forgot the seatbelt or something. That's like that shit. He
Yeah,
used to
but-
just falling asleep and
What-
be like, "Would you like your gallbladder?"
The only reason we didn't fall for it was because we saw him do it before.
Oh, that's okay.
Because I would have shit right in that roller coaster.
Brank,
Now you're gonna have to clean this.
You know the big boat ride?
Who's got the
that
jokes
swings
now,
back and
motherfucker?
forth? Brandy and I were on one at the state fair one time, and the damn thing didn't lock down.
Oh, my God.
At all.
And we were on this bench. There was like this, like...
It was two.
Yeah, but there was one was really little. There were some teenagers with us, and one of them was just tiny. And I was like, the whole time I was thinking, they're going to fall out. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
we were like holding it down, just
And screaming,
terrified.
shut
Yeah.
down.
In Wichita Falls, we had this little bitty place called Joyland, Funland. Joyland's the skating rink here. I think it was Funland, something like that.
That was a creative name.
And they had
Camp
this.
Crystal Lake.
They had like this double hammer thing that went like this, but they also turned, so you were doing like this. And I was like, I
That's
think
too much for me.
elementary school, and I went with my Uncle Hank.
6'6", 350
And you're in
pounds.
elementary school, so yeah.
They cracked the thing down, and luckily it's all caged in. But he's a lot bigger than me, and I there was nothing holding me in. My wheel was holding me in place.
Yeah, that's what, like, this kid. I mean, we were just like cranking it down, but we couldn't crank it down enough, and they were just doing this, and I kept thinking they're going to splatter. I was so scared they were going to fall. And that's the last time Ross got on a ride with me. He was
I
like,
don't do roller
Nope.
coasters anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
When I was a kid,
I used to love them, but the older I get, I think the more scared I get.
well, you get more aware of what could happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, man, call me cynical, but I don't want to get on something that's spinning me around at some stupid speed that I know for a fact is broken down and put back together 2 or 3 times a week by a fucking carny on meth. No thanks.
The worst ones are the wood roller coasters
I won't
because
get on
they're
one.
so
I won't get on one.
creaky
Yeah.
as they're going up.
I won't get on one because I know that termites are a real thing.
Oh my God. We went one time to Six Flags. I think it was Six Flags. And they have that. I don't even remember what the fuck it's called. But they take you up several stories.
I don't remember anything.
Straight
about
up.
Six Flags.
And they go right out over and it just drops. And it goes, and at the end, you go up, but you're just free falling in an elevator shaft for a long time. Oh my God, that was scary.
So we went to some place, and I don't remember, Magic Springs, I think. Don't hold me to that. They had this thing. It looked like a giant air piston, right? This thing's like 100 foot tall. And the seating is around this giant fucking piston.
Yeah, it's like this, and all the seating, people are sitting all like that.
Yeah, and so
goes
I
up.
watched this thing.
So like
And
a
I'm like,
swing?
No, it
No,
goes up
it's
and
like
it comes
everybody's
down.
backs are against
Oh.
all the seats are like that, and it takes you all the way up, and then you just free fall.
Well, not quite.
Well, he thinks it pushes you down.
I know
think
for a
it was
fact it
free
pushes
fall.
you. No, it's not free fall.
Okay.
I know it's not free fall. I know how free fall works. This isn't it. Because we got up to the top and there was a very distinct push back down, which I was not expecting. I was expecting you get no, god damn it. Because if you're in free fall, then at a certain point, at the very apex, your ass is gonna come off the seat. That's how that works. Trust me, that's how that works. But when we got to
If
the
you're
apex,
pushed down, your ass is going to come off the seat.
Your ass is going to come out.
but
If there's force.
there's a split second of weightlessness, is what I'm saying, and there was never that. That's why I know that they pushed us down at the top. I was not prepared for that. I did not like it the first time or the second time.
The cliffhanger, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
And and then, and that was scary. Scary.
No.
It was fun though. I mean, I would do it again.
I would. Not at all.
I don't know. I'm so broken now. Like, I'm afraid I'd get on a roller coaster and I wouldn't be able to walk for a month.
Yeah, that would kind of take the joy out of it.
I mean, I can hurt myself in bed, not even having sex. I mean, just laying there.
Yep.
I slept wrong. It's sleeping. How do you fuck that up?
I rolled over and it was done.
Like, there was a time in my life where if I got hurt in bed, it was because we were doing some freaky shit. Now it's just like I rolled over and part of me went and part of me didn't. And like,
We're getting old.
Yeah, that's when you know you're old.
All right.
He was talking about naps today, and he said something about me never napping before, and he said, now you nap more than I do. I was like, I hit 40, and it was nap time.
You were like, And it's so funny because when you're a child, you so try to avoid naps, and I seek them
I
out
avoided
now.
naps until I was 40. I hated taking naps.
Oh, no.
And even still sometimes, because I would always, when I woke up, I had that kind of like shaky,
That kind of disconcerted feeling.
vibraty kind of feel. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like this vibration or something. And I hate it. And it took me hours to get past it. And then it's bedtime.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't really happen anymore, but...
Oh, I love me a good nap. I love nothing better than curling up, getting all cozy with my dogs and my book and just reading until I drift off to sleep. And then you wake up and you read some more. That sounds so amazing.
Dolly Dagger got hit by lightning.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Blew out a bunch of equipment.
Thank God no one's... Like he said, no, the needle wasn't in anyone's arm.
Yeah, because that would have been bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that like would have caused damage to the person. All right, so which one of those do we want to talk about?
Oh, by the way, we're talking about a tattoo shop, not like a drug house. I realized needle in the arm could have sounded...
a little questionable.
That could go either way.
That's our friend's tattoo shop. No, we're not, no. That's FYI.
So we got 20 minutes. Let's start with the Alabama woman who was jailed for killing her rapist.
Okay, so what happened was
she
knew this guy, and he said that he
He didn't have a place to stay.
Yeah.
He was like out in the rain and cold and had nowhere
there's
to
something
go.
about like a car broke down or out of gas or something, and he didn't have anywhere to go. And she knew him. I mean, they weren't like close, but she knew him. And so she said, well, okay, but the deal is you have to sleep on the couch. And she was,
and you have to be gone by morning.
Yeah, and apparently she had some misgivings from the go,
right,
about him, and so he was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Well, I think that may be just because she was a woman by herself.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. And so that's what they did, and she went to bed, and then he attacked her, raped her, and held her hostage. The only reason he finally let her have her phone...
Well, I think he was making advances before because she kept telling him...
Yeah, he was making advances and she told him, you gotta go.
Yeah, she told him no, and she told him several times that he needed to leave.
Okay, so yeah, and then he took her phone, and the only reason he gave her phone back was because he was out of cigarettes. And he wanted her to go get some cigarettes for him.
Wow.
But...
And he beat her up.
Yeah, he beat her up. I mean, he violently raped her. This wasn't just like the kind of thing where you can say, well, maybe there was, it was rape. It was assault. And so and he obviously was crazy to do that to somebody and then give them their phone back so you can get cigarettes. Yeah. So obviously he was not in his right mind. And so what she did is she said, well, I don't want to go because I'm beat to hell, so I'm gonna have my brother get him. So she called her mom and told her mom, kind of whispered that she was in trouble, and the brother came over and beat the shit out of him, and they were like locked in.
I didn't read that part.
Yeah, he and the brother got into an altercation, and while they were fighting is when she got the gun, because it was the guy's gun.
Oh, okay.
And while the brother and the guy were fighting, she got the gun and shot him and killed him.
And then the police arrest her and put her in prison for murder.
See, what I don't understand, Alabama, I could see if that happened in Chicago, because their laws are fucked anyway. But Alabama is a southern state. And in almost all southern states, you have stand your ground laws.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
Castle doctrine.
Isn't there a stand your ground law there?
Yeah.
How is that not covered?
They said because she invited him into the home.
It doesn't fucking matter.
She
asked him, she told him to leave.
Well, she didn't know he was going to get,
She didn't invite him to beat the shit out of her and rape her a couple of times.
I mean, you can invite anybody to your home. You can invite a salesperson into your home, and then something go tits up and it turned into a situation.
Well, and here's the thing. It doesn't. If I invite someone into my house and
I can rescind that.
The split second I say you need to leave and they don't, now they're trespassing.
Yeah.
It says that she pleads guilty to murder after judge refuses stand your ground defense.
I wouldn't have pled guilty to murder.
Well,
I'd have been like, put me in front of a fucking jury.
Apparently, because I read another article about it. I think her mom said that their attorneys said, "Look, it's such an unsettled time right now. I'm afraid she'll get serious time. So if you do this, she can be in and out in just a couple of years."
I would have gone in front of a jury.
I would have taken my chances, I think.
Yep, I would have told them, no. Number one, judge, Your Honor, fuck you. Number two, put me in front of a jury of my peers and let them decide.
I can't see pleading guilty to something I know I didn't do.
I don't understand how he could refuse the stand your ground.
If it's
because he doesn't, like she said, he's saying it's not that defense because she invited him in.
But that's bullshit. He the agreement, the verbal agreement they made, he didn't honor. She was like, you sleep on the couch and you leave.
He broke that social contract.
Right. And so, that's insane. That's like saying, because if you've had sex with somebody and you break up with them and they force you, it's not rape because you've had sex with them once before. What? That's crazy.
Or you had sex with someone and then they start beating the shit out of you and you shoot them.
Yeah, it's like,
oh well, it's murder because
that was foreplay.
This first part was consensual.
I would have totally
how that works.
I would have totally gone to trial. I have a hard time believing 12 people would think.
See, that's just it. That judge
that wasn't stand your ground.
Yeah, that judge might have had that whatever bias he had. But I find it hard to believe that 12 jury members would be able to convict her.